Hello, listeners. Hi, my name is Madhavi, and I'm so happy to have you on UpTalk. You have come to the right place if you want to learn about IT and do really cool things with your hands. We are not just another IT company when I say UpTalk. Think of us as your learning partner dedicated to helping you reach your full potential. We have top notch hands on courses to help you build your business, whether you are new to technology or want to move up in your current job. Let's look around this as our first step towards learning.
Okay, so the task that we use in order to access leaf is create leaf type. Okay, that is the task that we use. It defines what is the leaf is all about. When we are in Workday system, so first what we will do, we will go ahead and click over there. Then what type of leaf we are looking for. What is a leaf? When it is non-trackable. There is no tracking of those area when the return is uncertain. When there is an accountability that the person will return. That is a time off for a shorter duration using their own balances. But when the timings are uncertain, then that particular thing is known as leave. Okay, leave of absence. Okay. So let's create a leave of absence. Repeat. Okay, this is a leave type. It is a leave type, and then we need to give the leave ID because it will ensure the reference ID and can be used in our inbound and outbound EIBs. Correct. Yeah. Now, when we click on this part, it asks whether it is a position based or it is applicable on employee basis. If you click position based, it will be position based. If the position is not there, then the leave type is not there. Okay? Understand? Okay, so when you check that, that means it is used only for by the person. Yeah. All right. Now in that leave family, this is one of the important things. Will they give these leave families in order to have a what we call leave category? Whether the leave is a company provided leave, whether it's a disability, whether it's a family leave, whether it is FMLA, whether it is medically personally regulatory leave, you can create a leave family too. All right, this is basically grouping the leave into the family. Okay, which family they are belonging to. So now, for example, let's take company as a leave family. So what would happen when you will open the leaf? It will be company. It will be like this company RP sabbatical. It will be like that because what it says company is the company's sabbatical leave. Now, if you don't want to use that leave, you have an option to inactive. But in time off, you don't have the option to inactive the time off plan. Okay? There you need to add eligibility. Right? 1 equal to 0, which means it will not be applicable to anyone. 1 equal to 0, 1 equal to 2, like that. That is a basic thing when we want to inactive leave payment type. Now, what is the payment type of that leave? In United Kingdom and France, the leave has some payment type also which you can ask, which the customer will give you. These are the sections which are always given by the customer. Leave payment type or these things, these are pre-configured. On leave status eligibility type. So whenever a worker is on leave, now on the way you see now this worker on leave, you see over here on this name. Absolute. Yeah, really? On leave. This is a status. Are you able to understand? And to be very honest, I'll give you a very good feedback. So I've been doing the time tracking training. Hmm. A concept of time calculated fields. All right. So I happen to give a time tracking training, and the candidate says that you need to teach me the calculated fields. Good. And I was like surprised, calculated fields, whole calculated fields. How I can teach you? It is under the HCM part. No, she was like very adamant and she told me, no, no, you are going to teach me that calculated fields. I promptly stated that only 3 calculated fields I can teach you. You will have to do okay during our session. I did not. Even you told me that you know calculated fields and it was so easy for me. I was like, we had a fight yesterday. Oh my, alright, country. So first, if you want to make it country eligible, then you mention that. For example, if I'm using Canada right now, is it coming? Can you click enter on that? Canada is coming. You saw an error. Oh, the same thing I face every time, every time. Oh yeah, don't worry. Whatever I wrote, please write it down. Yes, sure. RP sabbatical leave IDs like that. Right. Good. You want me to type it here? Yeah, do it. Just give me 1 second. Just now. Give me wow. You know these things. You know these things. No, I mean by the name of it, you can figure it out, right? Because of the additional criteria. Like, yeah. It is actually when you want to create a. So, what will happen? It is Canada and it is for female workers. Okay, and you can configure rules also. All right, additional criteria rules. So, it will be create leave rules, something like that. Not conditional. A condition rule, leave rule like that. Let me see. All have to check the other. Like that. Leave of absence rule. Oh, oh. Well, you can't remember all the tasks. Okay, you just need to have up now. And please understand, this is always an interview question. Okay, this section leave impacts all the time. The interviewer asks you if you're a time tracking guy or leave of absence guy. So what does mean whenever a worker is on leave? If you check this box, not the worker will be inactivated. Okay. Okay. The worker won't be sustaining in the system. Payroll effect. Whenever this is checked and the worker is on leave for this sabbatical, the payroll will not be dispersed. Okay, it is the unpaid work. Unpaid one, absence approval effect. If this is checked, the vacation, those time of plan who for which he is eligible and he's getting the balances month by month, they would get stopped. Benefits effect, if the employer is giving any benefits, employer contribution would be stopped. Okay, but this needs to be configured by the benefits consultant change benefit elections. All right, a step needs to be added under the leave of absence business process. Okay. Absence administrator would be consulting with the benefits partner and they would be configuring if the step is needed or not change benefit of it or with events. What it does, it allows to elect or deselect or deselect the benefits and for which if the worker is on leave, then that should apply or not. Okay. Stock visiting effect. Do you know the companies give stocks? So this is regarding that it would affect that. Okay, you cannot sell or you cannot do the stock marketing at that point of time. Continuous service date accrual effect. So as this worker, it's good at teaching on your system as an online system. So if you see over here, so if that effect is checked now, this continuous service date would be affected. Okay, system will pause the dates. Okay, pause the continuous service dates on. If this is checked, professional leave effect check, that leave would be checked. Sabbatical effect check. Can your length of service take check talent? Talent means who merit cycle, if the merit is affected or not. Okay, you got this concept. Yeah, so what is the sabbatical effect like? Where does it show? Does it show anywhere at all? So timing of sabbatical effect. Yes, please see the description will give you a very good example. Okay, because I have not configured the sabbatical effect and will be very honest. I have not configured this one. Alright, but whatever I configure is payroll effect, absence effect, benefits effects, stock visiting or however it is recently been added, service accrual effect, talent effect and tenure effect. I have configured these things till my entire journey. Okay, what is the tenure effect? It's basically your length of service and that. And please don't get confused. Continuous service date is something different and tenure effect is something different. Oh, all right. What is an interview? Questions like that. What are the impacts of leave? Please give me a listing of leave impact. So you need to say an active worker, payroll effect, absence effect, benefits effect, and continuous service, date effect, talent effect. And based on that, the interviewer will ask you, okay, how payroll effect will work, how absence effect will be worked. Okay, that is first thing that you need to understand. All right, I think we are good with this section. And this is the family grouping position based. Okay, now validation. Validation is like that. If you want to create any error, okay, like not more than should not be. Like see, there are a lot of validation. Should be able to take the leave if he has worked 6 months in the system. All right, cannot take the leave on his own. Only benefits partner will be taking the leave. Okay, these kind of validation would be configured like over here. This is an example that I give. Okay, this is most important. You need to select a reason why you are taking the leave. So under this, you create supporting data. All right, you create supporting data and you add over here. There are a lot of supporting data. When got the moment you require a leave now, you need to. You need to select the supporting data, what data you can give, okay? Attachment you can give over here. All right, so this is the section where it gets configured, the supporting data. Okay, this is a very basic thing, okay? Leave time are very basic. So cannot complex as the time of plans, but yeah. Balance. If you are tracking the leave, then you need to check track balance. Okay, if you're not, just leave it down. Okay, but yes, if you are using third party system like Kronos, then you do not need to track balance, because what will happen? Integration will be running day and day out. So here the track balance is mainly for the leaves, right? So, for example, like if they get like a 6 month sabbaticals, and if they only have taken like 4 months, then it's basically tracking that exactly correct. You what? What leaves when they have taken this balance? Calendar started YTD current. And you can create your own balance period over here. Okay, for all this, and for example, if I make it like current calendar year, start date current. What is the start date? Let's have it January 2020. Let's make it like that. Okay, always click the three buttons and see what they are. Okay, this is a leave request event. Build a calculated field build it. Okay, let's say what it is. You see a lot of calculated field with leaves. First date of the leave. Okay, like that. Oh, after that, balance calendar end date. What is the started and end date? Okay, so you can, let's make it more generous. Started and ended current calendar, create year, build it. Current calendar year, first day of the year, and ended would be last day of the year. Okay, like that. I want to see how you are good with the calculator. Build it first day of the year. Okay, first month and last day of the year. Okay, unit of time, days or whatever, hours, calendar display. Do you want to display the calendar, like which leave that person has taken and which family that leave is belonging, or you just need to have that tab? Okay, that is this section, leave entitlement. Okay, leave entitlement means giving the balance. Okay, what balance storage that have this section, we do it. Okay, you can have a numeric value like 80. Okay, over here and leave entitlement for even means the moment the worker is requesting a leave, then the balance would be given. Okay, that is the meaning of leave entitlement for event. Okay, if it is checkbox calculation, if you want to create a thematic or any calculation, you can create a work here. Okay, if you don't want, then none of the above. Okay, let's make it 80. If we make it 80, then it would be like 80 where values would be taken. Days taken is like when the leaves can be taken. It is simple additional leave type and intermittent time of life type. Okay, what I want to make you understand like that, if your time of has exhausted a balance, okay, time of plan, not leave. Type has exhausted and balance, and you have mentioned if this leave is been exhausted, then use another leave. Okay, to get the balance transfer, then you need to mention it over here. Another leave type, for example, sabbatical. The balance got over from sabbatical. So the next leave which you can for, the next leave from which the balance can be taken would be FMLA. So you need to mention over here. Okay, applicable, which are the applicable leave type as of now. There is nothing as because we need to mention it over in the cascading section. Then only it comes. Intermediate time of, okay, intermediate time of such we will configure one termiter, a time of plan, intermediate time of start, those time of, for example, if you request through absence calendar, that time of now. Yeah. So the balance would be deducted from the leave balance, the leave entitlement. So though you from the time of ha. Okay, MFLLA is such kind of time, FMLA timer. Okay, you request it to time of calendar. The balance would be deducted from leave entitlement. Okay, cool enough. Yeah, yeah, it is a concept. Okay, you need to mention over here, I will see one of the time of class cascading. Leave means order of leave. First example, like if one leave has exhausted, then secondly, the balance should be taken on the second leave as thirdly. Okay, then this here the next leave type has been mentioned. Okay, but that is very similar to the additional leave types, right? Yes, but both of the section the leaves needs to be mentioned. Okay, now the next part is additional fields. Why the leave has been taken. Okay, that reason you need to give the way it is in time of you need to mention over here. Okay, bye. The leave is taken. Additional field. Additional field is additional custom object. For example of maternity leave has been taken. Okay. So we need to have the field like expected due date or number of previous childbirth. All this stuff gets configured over here. Yeah. Can you please create a leave type parental leave where I want expected due date as an additional as well as expected due date and number of previous birth. And that is in Canada. Okay. So we are leave type is configured. This is the leave type. Let's see. Let's see one intermediate time of planned. See what it is. It is a basic time of planned. Okay, the balance is never shown. There is no accrual. See, there is no accrual. Yeah, what it has a time of okay. And it has a time of that has been used in the family. This time of is being used in that leaf type. That's it. This time of type is used in the intermediate. Yeah, the leaf intermediate time of cool concept. Yeah, so we just have to mention that name. Yeah, over there. So what will happen there? They are now interconnected. The leave balance is now the balance accrual and this is the request part. Cool concept. So in leave, now what is? There are two concepts. You place a worker only and you give an estimation of return. For example, let's take one example. Leave. uh, I mean leave place worker only. Which means you're placing a worker only. You need to mention the last day of work. For example, let's make it from previous year, December 1. There was last day of work and he went on leave on this. After that, ask what is the estimation date? Okay, let's make it. February 1 was the estimated date. Oh, oh, this is asking last day of leave. When will he come back? No, total 2020. Now what is the leave time? Okay, let's select a leave type. Compet let's take, let's see. Last day for which paid? Oh, we have asked. Okay, this is auto-populated field. How did populate? It was under the additional area of the leave type. Now business process will run. Yeah, leave administrator. Okay. Right. Oh, oh, okay. Okay. Oh, okay. 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 Oh, okay. Oh, Okay, 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 okay. Okay, please configure 3 leave types. One is your intermittent time off. Okay, I'll give you a very good task. Intermittent time off, that is a sick leave. Based on company, and that is sick. Intermittent time off, where you need to configure the time off also. You can take a reference of USA FLA. Oh, this is your task 1. Second, parental leave. Additional field, expected due date, previous birth. Oh, third, federal military leave. Oh, oh, where entitlement would be 40. Maternity leave. There is no tracking of balance. Go ahead. Give me the answer by tomorrow. Yeah, alright. Alright. Oh. Please do like, share, and subscribe to our channel. For more information, contact us sales@therightuptalk.com.